University, the voice of Reichman University.
מה, את פריירית?
נאה, ממש לא.
Confessions of two reformed Freiriots. Showing you the chutzpah needed to survive. With my Bini and Ariel Goldman.
Hello and welcome back to the Confessions of Two Reformed Freiriots. You're here with Mai.
And Ariel.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How was your last week?
It was good. I'm teetering on...
We need a new word. Stop with the goods.
It was nice, as some people say.
4-letter words don't work with me.
Okay.
Do a different one.
Oh, shit.
Great
Good,
is 5.
G-O-O-D. Nice, N-I-C.
Really? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? No, this is going to be a fucking full episode.
Spelling
We're going to have
bee.
to, yeah.
Wait.
I was a star on the spelling bee guys in middle school. Anywho,
Really? I'm
give
trying to
me
think-
a better 4-letter word. Mai.
Okay. No, you said you don't like
Don't
four-letter
let-
words.
5-letter word.
I'm extravagantly well. Well is also a I'm good. I'm
No.
shit. Shit is also a 4-letter word. Oh my god. How are all these words 4 letters? Somebody call the dictionary.
So is love. Call Webster's dictionary.
Ani be'elem. All these basic words are just 4 letters. Okay, that's like a whole different topic.
Okay, so the last week, tired is a 5-letter word, motherfucker.
Tired. Yeah, but I'm okay. Okay is also a 4-letter word. I am doing tired. Okay, I'm tired, but I'm well at the same time. I have this thing where in the army, I'm sure you also remember when you didn't sleep, you were okay, right? You could still wake up and it was okay. 'Cause
Functioning.
You just didn't sleep for 3 years and you were okay with that and your body was fine with that. At the ripe age of 25, my body is not functioning anymore. I need my 7 to 8 hours of sleep and I just haven't been giving myself that. And I feel like it's teetering into exhaustion. And this is how I know I'm exhausted: when I fall asleep and I wake up in the same position without having moved the whole night.
Me for the last few months. Since we did orientation week, that's a big
In
me.
my opinion, that's not normal.
That's-
It's not
Why?
normal
It
that
means
you're not
a heavy
moving.
sleeper.
Yeah, that's not good. That means you're
Okay.
exhausted.
I want to do a sleep study.
I think
It's a known thing. I've always wanted to do one of those.
I think it's exhaustion. How about you? How was your week?
It was great until my kitchen pipes burst.
Tell them about the plumber. Actually, tell me about the plumber. I feel like I kept getting snippets of photos of a
Oh
bucket.
my
Like
goodness.
all these
Okay.
buckets and no explanation
So
of the bucket.
Thursdays, first semester Aleph, like this past semester, on Thursday, I have 4 hours of class on Zoom.
Okay.
So I have a morning class, lunch break, and then an afternoon class. And during that, I decided to repot my plants because they were talking about the test, and I'm not going to be there during the test. I'm going to be in Miluim. So, or should I know about Moed Aleph, like the first test that everyone takes together? And basically, that same chomer, the same material, is on my test that I take as a Miluimnikit. I take the second trial.
Okay.
So I'm half listening, and I'm repotting my plants.
As one
And
does.
yeah, in my kitchen.
In your kitchen.
And apparently there was already a really big stima, like a blockage in my drain, and I had no idea. And I had added to it all of the food that I had been cooking, like used in my kitchen the last few months that I've lived there since May. And then I was like, okay, repotting my plants. I'm watering my plants and a little bit of the dirt is going in. It added to the blockage even more. Fuck this. Thursday evening, everything popped.
Oh shit.
Started leaking. Everything underneath my sink
Did
is all
it
of my
explode?
Yes. I can show you the video. Yeah.
Oh no.
And so basically how my kitchen is, it's a really old building. It's a 40-year-old, like all of the pipes are super old. The whole
Yeah.
building is also built old. Like it's just one of those
Just
buildings.
old.
Yep. One of those buildings in Israel. It's not the modern architecture. Basically what happened was the pipe is built as it comes out of my sink. There's a little white tube right here. And then once that gets filled, it goes out of my building. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I can show you the picture. You saw the picture?
Yeah, I saw the picture.
And that thing burst, like just popped out. And it was all of the blockage, screwed my entire apartment. So my shower, my toilet, everything was gone for the whole weekend. So
fun
Friday,
things.
yep. My 4-letter word, my 5-letter word, I don't know, is not doing well. Just because of my plumbing
My
system.
whole phrase, just not doing great in this life.
Just because of the weekend, I had a plumbing system in my entire apartment, and that was like full adult responsibility. Like, this is coming forth, and you're taking care of your plumbing, you're taking care of your apartment. All of the friends that I had over, I was like, sorry guys, can't use my kitchen. And I'm a huge host. You know me. I host everything. I have to be cooking. I have to be in the kitchen.
100%.
all of my dishes were on the side of my sink.
Yeah.
What do I do? And every time I wanted to do dishes, took the bucket from underneath and had to pour it out, go to the side to my laundry room, pour it out. That's my weekend. So he came for 4.5 hours on Friday morning to try and fix it before Shabbat started. Wasn't able to, and then ended up coming yesterday on Sunday for an hour and a half and fixed the whole problem. And I was so happy.
Wow.
And
And now
then
it's
my
fine?
weekend started, my week started to an insane positive note. My weekend was a little bit of on the negative note, but that's okay. We're just leaving it like that. The last week was totally fine.
As long as we're going up from here, people. As long as
Today's
we're going
Monday.
up. Today's Monday. And it's fine. It's completely okay. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to introduce
That was our
somebody.
last week.
That was our last
We
week.
have a great special guest for today.
Yes, we are not alone today. Let me put him on because I don't trust anybody after Nitzan. We are here with Ron, who is actually studying communications with me. He's in my year, in my third. Yeah, I'm in my third year, so he's been with me for
You're
3
almost done
years.
with school,
Yeah,
mate.
like fuck.
And
Like
then
my
you can
first,
forget.
Second, I don't know what year. And we actually flew to Poland together, and that's how we connected, I guess, because I think up till now it's just been kind of hi. So we got to actually talk and get to know each other, and we thought that he could give us a really, really good perspective on where he's from, religion, and all those different things. So hi, Ron.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm scared now about 4-letter words,
No, you
But
can
I'm-
use
You edit
four-letter
this.
words.
That's okay.
but I'm okay.
For context, what's your 4-letter word that's your favorite one? Tell everybody.
Nice.
Nice.
Ugh.
This man uses nice for everything.
No.
Everything.
Miss, how was your day?
But it is
Nice.
nice.
How
It's like
was?
it's not nice.
How do you say it in Swiss?
Net
Okay,
Knit.
there's 3 letters.
Knit. Sounds
Nope.
Russian.
4. Okay.
for double T.
Where are you from, Ron? Tell
I'm
us a
from
little about yourself.
Basel,
buddy.
Switzerland. Actually, the most famous country for, the city which is famous for Herzl, for hosting Herzl and the first Zionist Congress.
He loves mentioning that. I don't know. Does that
History,
make you
guys.
more
No,
Zionist?
to
History.
be honest.
So when did you come to Israel?
I came
It was like, yes.
in 2019?
2019.
Okay.
Right before
2019.
COVID.
Yeah, right
Did
before
you
COVID. Loved it.
do the army? You came straight
Nope.
to school. Okay.
I
Tell us a little bit about that journey.
The plan was to go to a gap year in yeshiva. Didn't really work out well because COVID came in March.
March 2020, I
March
remember. It was
2020.
after my Purim party, and I was
Yeah.
locked in.
My 18th birthday, I was on a flight back to America.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
So yeah, my gap year ended early. Then I was home for like 1.5 years doing basically nothing, and decided to
Basically nothing. Did you work?
yeah,
Okay.
here and there something.
Okay. Suspicious.
Yeah. No, and then I decided to come back to Israel to do film school in Jerusalem. Ended up not liking it, so dropped out after 1 year. Finished 1 year. Went back to yeshiva because I didn't know what to do with my life, and then
As one does.
and then started Reichman University.
But what prompted you to come to Israel in the first place in 2019?
In 2019, you may say that it was peer pressure. At the end, I also wanted to come, like to feel and live at least for 1 year in Israel
Mm-hmm.
and to experience the whole Israel life thing. Also, I thought it's nice to do a gap year and not just like after high school immediately go into university, because I also didn't know what to do. But yeah, so I met a lot of friends there, or had a lot of friends, and also a lot of friends from Switzerland did a gap year in Israel.
Is that the peer pressure that you're talking
Yeah.
about?
But it was like, it wasn't peer pressure. At the end, if I didn't want to, I wouldn't have to. But like, still, everybody does it. It's nice. I also
Is it a trend
Yeah, trend.
yeah, it's yeah.
to make aliyah from Switzerland? Like in your age
it's-
range, in your bashnaton shelcha, when you graduated high school, where all of the people kind of like, we want to make aliyah, we want to come to Israel, we want to do the gap year.
It's not necessarily making aliyah. It's like basically like especially when you were in Bnei Akiva in the religious youth group, you go for like a year after your high school. You usually go to make some kind of program in Israel. There are a lot of different kind of things, and then and that's really depending on the age group or like on your group. Most of it decides at the end, like if most stay, you usually also stay. If most leave, everybody leaves. So like there are always the few anomalies that don't do what the whole group does, but usually like it's a group decision to stay in Israel or not. And yeah.
Did you
so-
have a lot of culture shock about coming here after being in Switzerland? Like from the Jewish community in Switzerland, from Bnei Akiva, from that whole like youth to coming here and it's Israeli.
Yeah, because it's very different to
It's-
how me and Ariel grew up.
Not American Jew. Not American
No, not American
Jew.
not Israeli.
Not
Also-
Israeli bite. Like
Also, I
Swiss.
think like my decision of going to at the end I went to an Israeli yeshiva and not into an international program, like not into an American program. That was more the decision, or like that thing was more the culture shock, because like I was suddenly surrounded by only Israelis. I knew Israel,
really
like
puts you off sometimes.
Sometimes.
I knew Israel and I knew the culture of this country, because like at the end we're from Europe, which is like 4-hour flight, so it's like we went a lot to Israel for vacation, stuff like just to go have fun in Israel, meet friends. Yeah, but like I was kind of prepared for everything, but yeah, still not really. Like there was some kind of culture shock, especially food-wise.
Food-wise.
Yeah.
Please
Tell us
elaborate.
more. What does that
Tell
mean?
us more.
What's
Food
the
is
biggest
better here or
culture-
not?
So
What's the biggest culture shock?
the breakfast?
Oh,
What's
The-
Swiss breakfast? Wait,
yes.
what did I have for Swiss breakfast when I was in Switzerland?
You were in Switzerland?
Why am I blanking on this?
Babe,
When
you
were
didn't tell
you
me
in
you were in
Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Oh, years ago. What? Hold on a second.
So Swiss breakfast, like as far as I know, or like my breakfast.
I mean,
is
as far as I know, you're the Swiss person
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Israel. I'm
Yeah.
As
sorry.
far as I grew up
What do you
with
mean?
in
so,
Switzerland.
like I grew up with
And
either
asking Chad.
cereals or like bread and butter and jam and everything.
So
like, and
European
cheese.
breakfast.
Yeah,
That's a European
But, like,
breakfast.
European breakfast, that's not English breakfast. Like, that's
No.
not
No,
eggs
no.
and...
No.
Okay, sababa. So,
that's
British is
like
very specific.
Yes.
eggs and co is like Sunday when we
Mazako.
like eggs and
Oh,
Eggs
and
and continuing.
Eggs and co is like
it sounds like a fucking company. X and Co for you.
oh my God, there's something in Arizona, and it's... Oh my God, I need to find it.
That's
It's a
actually
breakfast place,
hilarious.
and it's named like Eggs and Scramble or something. No, that's not right. Egg...
okay,
Morning
so
breakfast.
eggs,
Yeah, you keep going, sir.
eggs, salmon, all these kind of stuff is usually for Sunday breakfast or like more brunch type thing, because Sunday is the off day. Like we have a day off in Saturday and Sunday.
No, it's
2
a week.
days.
Also, you also had that in Thai. I had that in Thailand too.
In America, it's also
Sunday,
Yeah, but we
Saturday,
still eat
Sunday.
the same breakfast.
Saturday,
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
like
what they have.
Saturday
They're
is
special.
like
I
I'm
like it.
At the end, I'm like, as religious person, you go to Beit Knesset
Nachon.
that's on Saturday morning and don't really eat breakfast. So yeah, like Saturday and Sunday is like the more
Eggingtons.
Eggingtons?
That's what it's called.
So not
Egg-
Eggs and Co. Eggingtons.
so
Sorry, I
yeah.
had
So
to.
the breakfast in yeshiva was like really weird, or
Mhm.
at least for me, it was like always the Israeli salad.
We like to לפתוח שולחן. Like if
Yeah,
we're
but
breakfast.
על הבוקר,
wasn't-
את
it
שמה
wasn't-
שש בבוקר
But it
בחריצה,
wasn't-
ואז את
it wasn't-
דופקת חתיכת ארוחה.
Yeah.
It wasn't really liftoach shulchan. Like it was.
No, but we like the salads and the egg, you know, when
And
you
the
have
chips,
chili and the little and the
eggs,
bread.
and
Yeah.
all of the
And it
breads,
was
and all of the cream
really-
cheeses, and all of that.
And then they suddenly, I remember waking up the first week, like the first Thursday. So like every day there was the same breakfast. Like every day of the week there was a different breakfast, but every day of the week, like each week was the
Yeah,
same.
that was the army
yeah.
basically one. We went through the same
So
thing.
I remembered waking up the first week on Thursday, and everybody was excited. Everybody like rushed into davening, like praying, and then go to the Chadar Ochel, to the dining room, and everybody was excited for breakfast, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" At
It's
the
just
end,
food, guys.
No.
Like,
At the
what
end,
is your
it was
issue?
toasts, like
Like grilled cheese
grilled cheese,
Okay.
and I was like,
for
"What?"
breakfast.
Yeah, and I was like,
What's
"What
wrong
the
with
fuck?
that? We also eat
Who's
that.
eating pizza for breakfast?"
Wait, excuse me. How did you get from pizza to grilled cheese?
Yeah, I don't.
But like they all made
That's
like
racist.
no, they had like the toast, the bread, then they
Uh-huh.
put tomato thingy and
Sauce?
tomato sauce
Yeah.
and cheese.
gotta
That's
work on
like
your English.
pizza.
Okay,
That's like
you're wrong.
Yeah.
We're working on your cooking skills. Sir told me that he makes challah and he doesn't put a few ingredients that are very needed for a challah. Yes, my question,
And
ma'am.
Ariel's chalot are really, really good. I still haven't had Ron's chalot, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll
Bake
do
off.
Bake off. That'd be so funny. We have to do that. No, so we had like tostim, like also meluchim. But you guys watch Teletubbies?
Yeah.
Ever watch Teletubbies? Yeah, you know how there's the vacuum that vacuums all the toastim in the Teletubbies? He's like,
Yeah.
I just know
And he
that the
eats-
Teletubbies are scared of the vacuum.
yes, of course, but he vacuums. You know what he vacuums? He vacuums toast with chocolate inside. So we would always have the Teletubbies toast in the morning. So it would be a pita with Nutella inside in the toaster. Guys, revolutionary. I don't know if you've had this before.
No,
Ze
but you're gonna
mamash
make it
ta'im.
for me with my
It's so
charcuterie board on
good.
the side.
Charcuterie. Anyways, I
Perfect.
had to say that.
Yeah,
That's it.
so
So that was your
Cultures-
breakfast. That was the biggest culture shock. Was the foods?
was the breakfast.
Was
and
it just
to
the
be honest,
breakfast? Yeah.
yeah, like the
Sorry.
food I like, the normal, the other food I like was like kind of normal Israeli. I knew that food.
Falafel, shawarma, יש לך בשוויץ.
Not really, but I knew it
It's
from.
It's also not kosher.
But I knew it from coming to
here.
Israel.
נכון. Makes sense.
And yeah, so I
So y-
decided early on in my yeshiva year that I'm not eating the breakfast. And
I'm going on
Rebellion.
strike.
Rebellion,
no,
guys.
This
like
is
I was
how
like,
religious
I was
rebellion
like-
look like.
I was like, nice, an hour more of sleep.
I would tell my parents.
So I went
He's like,
to.
I'm good, guys. I don't need fuel. I just want to sleep. Like,
Yeah,
peace
that
out.
was-
I'm
that
going to
was-
davening later.
I was like, I went to davening and then I went back to sleep. And
Aloof.
when everybody ate breakfast, I went to sleep. It was nice.
Very nice.
Good. I'm glad. Okay. Biggest culture shock. That was a good one. Mai, what's your biggest one when you came to Israel?
I feel like we've talked about this before.
But it wasn't food related.
No, it wasn't. Nah, because I grew up in an
you
Israeli
said-
household.
You said prices.
Prices. Yeah. So we already talked
That was
about
yours.
that. It
Nachon.
was. There's like a lot of things that still, catch me to today, but nothing big. The price is really like what we talked about. But I actually want to hear about more like the religion and like how would you lagdir את עצמך? Like how would you describe yourself on the religious perspective? Because I don't know how it is abroad, but I think we've understood that here in Israel there's the biggest,
Thousands.
widest spectrum where me and
just had this
Ariel can be
conversation.
chilonim, which is traditional. Is that traditional in English? How do you call that?
Chilonim is like non-religious.
No, it's not.
Chiloni is non-religious. Like,
That's
but
not.
it's
That's not true.
in
Then what's
Israel,
secular?
I don't know. but it's-
Exactly.
Chiloni.
No.
Chiloni is
No,
secular.
But
I'm
no?
not saying Chiloni,
We're
Kitzoni.
really
I'm
Masorti-
saying
pushing us.
Masorti.
Masorti is
Traditional.
Is traditional.
Okay, so I feel like me and Ariel are pretty traditional,
Okay.
but even though we're traditional, we're very different in the way that we're
Okay.
traditional. Do you get what I mean? That's what I'm
Okay.
saying, that everybody can be in the same title, but it's so different with each person you meet.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to ask you is, what kind of religious group do you feel like you belong to, and does it look different than when you were in Switzerland?
And like with your family there versus here when you were in
Yeah.
yeshiva versus at like
So
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm modern Orthodox,
Okay.
which is like religious but living a normal life, I guess.
Yeah. So what's the difference between modern Orthodox and Dati Leumi? Because I
It's
feel
the
like
same.
it's the same.
Yeah, I would say like modern Orthodox equals the Tilomi.
It sounds so big in English. Modern Orthodox. When I think of Orthodox, you know what I think of, right? I think of penguins.
Yeah, that's why we are modern. We also work.
We
No.
also work and we
don't
have
wear
a life
suits,
and
like all
Yeah,
the
no,
time.
like the spectrum of modern Orthodox is very, very big, very wide. At the end, you have like the ones that go to Beit Knesset every day and every day 3 times, study when
Sir,
they
you told us that you daven every morning.
Hmm?
You told us that you daven every morning.
Yeah, he does.
Following up, back
Yeah.
up on that one.
Yeah, so there is also like there is the ones that then they study and go to shiurim like as much as they can, and they are more to the religious side of the spectrum. But then there is like the less religious side of the spectrum where they go to Beit Knesset on Shabbat and they keep Shabbat and everything, and that's also some sort of modern Orthodox. I think it's a very wide spectrum, and the wording is very bad, like, because you can say you're modern Orthodox, but at the end you have like 2 different lives.
Okay, so let me specify my question. I mean, at the end of the day, the people that you grew up with in Switzerland are very similar to you, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like different kinds of people.
No.
And then you're coming to
And-
Israel, and there's a bunch of different versions or different levels of religion. And the way that Chilonim and traditional people, the way that we sometimes talk about religious people can be very extreme, because that's what we're a lot of the times, seeing. So how did you feel when you're in Israel and you're seeing all these different types of religions that are a bit more extreme that maybe you didn't grow up with? Like, what's your thought process about that? Like, how do you see religion here in Israel? The conflicts that it's caused, like everything.
Big question.
Big question.
Because
Mine and I like big questions,
Because
guys.
it's an interesting perspective, because from my perspective, it's a very specific answer that I think of, and I want to understand like what you think about it.
It's a big question and it's a big topic. I think like at the end of the day, religion and everyone is doing what he wants and what they want. I see that the biggest difference from Switzerland to Israel is that you really can live what you want in Israel.
Switzerland?
In Israel, in Switzerland, you always have like. First of all, Switzerland is expensive, so like the need for work is more than just like in Israel, where you like maybe one of the couple can work. In Switzerland, it's most of the times both work.
Here, also, you need both work. Just because the extremists don't do that and they get money from the country is a whole different topic.
Yeah, but like in Switzerland, you can't do that because you don't get the money of
That's a whole different thing.
the country. So, and because you are way more in Israel, you can also live your life more openly because you have a peer to live your life with. In Switzerland, when you're not in the group of the modern Orthodox or in that even smaller sector of Judaism, you either are non-religious and come maybe 2-3 times a year to the Beit Knesset, or you're way more religious, and then you go, and then you basically don't have any secular, like any normal world school, and like you don't really learn anything else.
Do you feel like if you decided not to be modern Orthodox, or you decided to like either be stronger or not be stronger, or I don't know, change title, you would be shunned from the community?
No, so my community is a very broad community. It's like
Can I specify that? Are we talking about in Switzerland or
In
here?
Switzerland, I mean, because here he's saying that it's very open and much easier to be whatever you want, because at the end of the day, this is a Jewish country, right?
Right.
But when you're abroad, that's the community you have.
Yeah.
But what if I don't want to
So
be part
in-
of that community?
Got
yeah.
it.
In Israel, you
It's
just
really interesting.
change your friend group, and then you're in your
Yeah, you have a new
religious
one.
group.
Yeah.
You are again, or you want to be. In Switzerland, it's very interesting or very special. You have especially like in Basel, that's what I know. I know it's in Zurich similar, but in Basel you have like 2 communities. You have the religious community, the Orthodox one, where like they have their own school. They mostly only learn Torah. They barely know any other things. Like they have to learn from because they're Swiss citizens and because they are a school, and in Switzerland you need to go to a school, like it's mandatory. They need to still learn
It's like America.
maths and German and whatever, but their curriculum is more Torah focused. And then you have
Crazy. I'm sorry.
and then you have the other community, which includes everyone else. So from the most Chiloni person to the modern Orthodox ones that are like really religious, come to pray 3 times a day, and there is like a small intersection between the two communities where it's like where it comes from at the end. It comes from tradition that you are in either of the two communities, but you basically have friends in both of them. And so in Switzerland or in Basel, it's because the community is so wide and has such a huge spectrum from like not religious at all to like keeping kosher, keeping Shabbat, coming to Beit Knesset,
Shomer
Shomer
Negia.
Negia, coming to Beit Knesset 3 times a day. It doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't, from the community side of the things, it doesn't really matter if you're changing or not. But at the end of the day, your friend group, and the friend group you are in is, because it's already very small, and then when you change it, there is not many left. Like, when I go back now to visit Basel, I barely have any friends, because at the times I was a child, like I was growing up, I had like maybe 2-3 friends, and most of them now moved to Israel or like
Do you
moved
see
away.
them here at all or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see them sometimes.
Okay.
Is it cool to see people from Switzerland and that kind of community that you had here in Israel? Do you see that they've changed at all, or like their religious perspectives have changed?
It's cool to see them, because like it just gives you a feeling of home. Religious wise, they didn't really change. Like, some of them changed a little bit, and but yeah, at the end we were friends back then, so we're still good friends and close and know things about each other. Like, we grew up together, so
Nice.
4-letter word.
Yeah, nice. Now we're stuck with it. Did religion shape your personality or your values in a big way, in your opinion?
my personality definitely.
Elaborate.
So after the 4 years of primary school, which was a Jewish school, I went
Are you
to
secretly British? Who says primary school?
No, he also did the British curriculum like I did. IGCSEs, A levels. We did the exact same thing, which is crazy.
What is it in
Elementary school?
Elementary
Isn't
school.
it?
Elementary
that
school,
the same thing?
SATs. Yeah. That's what about. We say primary
yeah,
and secondary school.
primary school.
Yeah.
Elementary, middle school. How weird.
So after the 4 years of elementary or primary school, which was a Jewish school, I went to a different school. Also, like, I have a twin sister, and all my friends who were in class with me. Yeah, I have a twin sister. But they went to a public school, and I went to a private school. So I was, from then on, basically, the only Jew in the school and in the class. So yeah, it definitely shaped my personality, also because I was the only one, and I was like the weirdo. Like, not the weirdo. At the end I had like a lot of friends during my school. I had a lot of friends there, and
It's okay,
It was
Ron. We're all weirdos.
it was
like
always
the odd one out.
yeah, the odd one out. It was like always friendly and everything. I never really had any problem with them, but like at the end you're not fitting into their picture.
Okay.
So, and I was also always wearing a kippah, so like, yeah, it definitely shaped my personality.
Okay. And you, at the end of the day, didn't make Aliyah.
Nope. not
Okay.
yet.
Did you do the? Oh no, I asked you this. You didn't do the army.
No.
So you can't. Sorry, I'm interrupting
No,
you
no.
again. Oh my
It's
lord!
exactly what I want to ask, so go for it. Like,
You're-
about the army.
You're going from. You came here in 2019, and then you started university. How was that feeling? I don't know if this is the same question, Mike, but how was that feeling like going into college and having all of these people that had done the army and you were in the same class as them, or you were in yeshiva with them, or that's like what kind of kivun you were on, but I don't know if you felt chaser shelo asita. I don't know if you felt that it was good that you didn't do it because you were at a different age. Like, what was the feeling there when you came? And then ask your question.
That's basically
So
that was basically it.
the army, like now in Reichmann, I don't think it's a huge topic to people
In the
talk
international
about
school.
at least in the international school, because like at least half of the school, like half of the class didn't do the army.
Yeah.
Weird was it when I went back to the yeshiva, because my yeshiva, I was in a yeshiva Tisdale, so it was like a 5-year program where you go 1.5 years into the army. So I joined 2019. I went to yeshiva, had my age, my friend, my class, and then when COVID hit, like after in March, I went back home to Switzerland, and then like a year after I left, they all joined the army together. Some of them did something else, but like most of them were in the army together. And like, yeah.
Was that your plan and you didn't do
No,
it, or that wasn't your
that was
plan in
never
the
my
first
plan.
one? Okay.
So weird was it when I, after my year of film school, I came back to yeshiva. I rejoined my class, but they now all came
The
back from
army.
the army. So
Wow.
they, first of all, they bonded way more than like with me because they were in the army together.
Yeah.
Second of all of what was in their mind and all what they were talking about was the army, and I was like sitting at the table sometimes and like, what's going on? I have no idea what you're talking about. There, yeah, it was hard. At the end, I knew them and they knew me, so like it wasn't too weird, but still it was like not the normal. Like I didn't feel 100% in the group. I had a fun time. I have a lot of friends still from yeshiva. After the second year of yeshiva, I went with some of them to Switzerland, so like they came and visited
To
me
visit your house.
Yeah.
and we went to the mountains and everything. So it was fun, and it's like still I meet them once in a while when we both have time.
In
Yeah.
Reichman, is it a different feeling that now that you guys don't have
Yeah.
as many people that went to Miloim or like were in the army?
In Reichmann, it's definitely a different feeling. I think, to be honest, at the end, it helped that I was thrown into that army group, even though I didn't do the army, because I can like associate with like all the Miluimnikim, like all the ones that do the reserves here a little bit more. Like, not that I can like actually know what they feel, but like, yeah, I heard stories about the army. I like kind of tried to also understand the whole army thing. Didn't really work, but yeah. So like, I think at the end, even though it was hard, it was very helpful.
Okay. The last question I have about this topic, because I think it's interesting to hear from your perspective in Switzerland. When the war broke out, were you here?
No, I was
No.
in Switzerland.
Okay. So how was seeing people's reaction in Switzerland about the war? Do you think there's a lot of pro-Israelis? How did your community react? Because even though everybody thinks that all Jewish people support Israel, it's not true. So do you feel like the modern Orthodox group does support Israel, or is like Switzerland has been for years, not here, not there?
No, so the Jewish community. So okay, my Jewish community. I don't know. Like, we heard it really, really early that something happened, and at the end we had it was here Simchat Torah, so it was there Shmini Atzeret. It was like the first day of the holiday. It was like 2 days, so like we didn't really know anything about after the second day, like after October 8th.
Okay.
So like it was tricky. Nobody really knew anything. But we knew something happened.
Yeah.
And then
But I mean,
And
the more overall
overall,
reaction.
the overall reaction was very interesting. So, like in the beginning, like I think everywhere in most of the world, they were pro-Israel, and then at one point they shifted.
Mm-hmm.
But especially in Basel, there is a big group of Christians who like the Jews. So they were always in favor of Israel, or most of the times. They also did like some of their they organized a silent stand like next to the synagogue, and like nothing with the community. And also the community was very pro-Israel. There is a bigger community in Zurich which really like tried to organize a lot of help. There was like several group chats of like trying to bring like all kind of army stuff to Israel.
It's really incredible that
like
every country had their like shlichut of it.
But how did the
Yeah.
Swiss people react?
the Swiss people in the beginning it was like pro-Israel, and then
Sababa.
at one point it changed, and at one point it was pro-Palestine, and at one point every Jew was hated, and
Was there Jew hate? Did you guys feel, Maza, you guys, I know you were here, but your family, your sister, did they encounter any
not-
anti-Semitism? Because there's a big difference, and people don't get that, between being anti-Israel and being
Yeah.
anti-Semitic.
So in Switzerland you didn't really find any difference between anti-Semitism and
anti-Israel.
Israelism. So like
Anti-Israelism, that's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, another one for the
There-
Urban Dictionary.
there were things like people spitting on at the rabbi when he was walking in the street. Like the community was very scared. I feel like at the end the community center is very well guarded. But like the weirdest thing was in the beginning, in the first few weeks, there was like I still was in Switzerland,
Yeah.
and I always went to Shachrit, to the synagogue in the morning, like in every morning, and I usually took the car. And one day I was like taking the car, and I know there's like a police parking space right next to the synagogue, and I was like I was parking on the other side of the street, and then I just saw like a whole police bus filled with like full on policemen. Like they were like with helmets, with machine guns, with everything. Like
Outside the synagogue.
no, in the car they were just waiting. They were protecting us. They were protecting the synagogue.
Yeah.
But like they were waiting, like it was crazy, and then I didn't do such a good job parking, so they looked at me and laughed. but it was
Can that be your Fryer moment?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
אבל
It's
זה
not
לא
even
היה
in
בארץ,
Israel.
נכון,
no, but it
סליחה.
was like
And it's funny because he says that and it doesn't even sound weird to me, because it's something that's so well known that every synagogue or every Misrad
Right.
Bitachon or every embassy of Israel that's abroad, including
Right.
Thailand, where everything is supposed to be peaceful for us and every Israeli wants to be in Thailand, we always had to go through a security check. We always had to be checked 1,000 times. You guys realize?
I remember in Bangkok I had to go through security to get into the Chabad to go to Al Hachishi.
You guys realize every El Al in airports is always
Always-
the end because of security reasons.
yeah,
and that
they
had
have like
nothing to do with October 7th.
I
נכון?
always
Has
see,
תמיד ככה.
Always.
I always see that there is always in Switzerland like
Terrible.
there is always an armed truck next
Yeah.
to the El Al airplane.
So how can people say that this is not anti-Semitism and it's only anti-Israel and it's because we're committing quote unquote quote genocide? How when this started so much before October 7th? Like, it drives me insane. There's so many facts to back
Boils
this
my
up.
blood. Boils
And
my
it's
blood.
insane, especially after being in Poland, and I'm sure you relate, and
So that was gonna
seeing
be
the
my
side
next
by
question.
side.
Of Maya as someone in the army and Lon as someone who wasn't, being in Poland, how was that experience for you as a Jew, a Zionist, living in Israel, and now being there for, remind me, 10 days, 14 days? How long did you
No,
guys
we
go
were
for?
a week.
A week?
week.
7
Yeah.
days?
7
Okay, so
days.
you're there for 7 days and you come back to Israel. I know how Mai was. Ron, how was that for you as someone that wasn't necessarily in the army, but you still have the like religious background, you still have the Tileumi, you have all of this like mamash ratzon liyot po, and you see what happens in Poland, you see what happened on October 7th?
That's a really good question.
For me, I think it was like just a wake-up call. It felt like the whole Poland trip felt like a wake-up call. That like we're in a similar situation now. We're like whole Europe is like going crazy and nobody really realizes it. Like I don't know if you heard that, but like the Emirates, like UAE, they like drastically shortened the, I think it was the UAE, they drastically shortened scholarships in England because it's Islamic because of its Islamic
Pro-Islam?
no, radicalization problem.
Oh,
Like
We're getting our
In
research
America-
team
like,
to check this one.
that's crazy.
I know it's like, I don't know if I'm not 100% sure if it's the UAE, but like I know an Arab state drastically shortened scholarships in England because of Islamic radicalization. And like when you think this is an Arabic country and it's like Europe,
Yeah,
like
it's you.
what's happening there? So I
Tough.
think Poland was a huge wake-up call for me, or like felt like a huge wake-up call, the Poland trip. And back here in Israel, I feel like I realize more and more how international Israel is and how like
It's like so cool.
yeah, no,
It's a really
also
cool
like,
aspect of this
like
country.
how many people from all over the world are living here, and like you can basically go to every person on the street
Mm-hmm.
and ask where are you from, and yeah, most of them still say Israel, but like every now and then you hear like South Africa, USA, England, like France,
Yeah.
Italy, Belgium, wherever. Like it's crazy. And I think that's like one of the points that coming back from Poland made me realize that.
What was your last feeling when you came out of Poland, Maya? Someone that was in the army.
Ooh, because of the army?
It could be.
First of all, standing there and singing the national anthem was insanity. And nobody can understand that until they stand there. Like, I don't know if that's something that you felt, but I felt that mamash because you have, like, I don't know if the Swiss thing, but, like, the Thai national anthem never really, like, talked to me
Clicked
because
with
I'm
you.
not Thai.
Yeah.
So in the army, having to, like, sing it, and as an officer, you have to salute. And the first time I did that, I cried. I'm so fucking sober, I can't. But it was like really, really meragesh to be able to stand there and like salute the flag and sing.
Yeah.
So standing there with everybody and singing on foreign land where so many of us were murdered. Like, I think that was...
After October 7th. It's incredible that you guys had that opportunity to go this year.
You feel it here.
'Kay.
Like, I don't know if they'll be able to see this, but like I'm holding
you're
my
watching the
fingers
video, guys, on
right in the
YouTube.
middle, but you feel it
Yeah.
in your soul, like
Your
your
solar plexus, because you
and
feel
I
it
think that
inside of
was
your soul.
one of the more powerful moments.
Wow. Okay. So one last thing before we wrap it up,
Yeah,
Ron.
which is the most important thing, honestly.
How was the connection between you guys and the podcast? Like, how do you help us, Ron? What are you doing
Yeah.
here for us?
Yes, explain who you
Yeah.
are for us and all that.
Because you introduced yourself and then we just started talking.
Yeah,
So you
this is
didn't even
very
talk about your
important.
business.
Yeah, all the reels and all the editing you see is like me,
The producing.
the producing.
Yeah.
I'm on the way.
Tell us what you guys think. If he's good, if we should keep him around.
Yeah,
Kidding.
and if not, also tell.
Also, let us know.
I'll just have a production company.
She's right.
Thank you.
Um,
Ron Karger Productions.
yeah, we're on Karger Productions. Follow me everywhere.
What's
where can-
everywhere?
Yeah,
what does
where
that
can
mean?
they find
Um,
you?
Instagram,
My will make you a link tree. I'm kidding.
Honestly, how
Instagram-
haven't we done that yet?
LinkedIn. I tried starting TikTok. Didn't really
It's difficult.
upload there.
Okay.
Right now, all the pro pallies are really, really commenting on our reel, and I'm kind of scared to look. There's a lot of
So-
comments. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
you don't.
Instagram and LinkedIn. LinkedIn,
Very
I'm
nice.
like more. It's more like the business side. The and Instagram is like all my outcome, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah, and
Are
I
you
have
looking for
a
more clients, or
website,
can
and
people
like
contact you? Like, what's
people
the goal
can
here?
contact me.
Live
You
streaming.
I do live streaming, I do editing, I do videography, photography, yeah,
Very
and
cool.
podcasting. Hopefully in the future. Like
Well,
not
you're
only not only
future,
editing.
you
Like
do ours.
no, but like hopefully in the future I'll have my own podcast studio.
He will
Very
have his
nice.
own podcast studio.
Very nice.
And also, Ron Karger Productions just really, really invested in very amazing camera equipment, very high quality. So you'll get only the best of the best, just like we do.
And yeah,
Very cool.
if you want to know more, visit my website. It's rkprod.card.co. Double R in card.
We'll put it on the screen, guys. Don't worry, you
yeah.
can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're interested, there you
Amazing.
also find all my contact details. And if not, just contact me through WhatsApp link, through Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you find.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being
We're
with us.
very happy with his work, so we highly
Yeah.
recommend also. And that's it. Tov Ariel. We'll
Thank you for being with us
see.
this week.
Yeah.
We really appreciated
Thank
it.
you so
You're
much.
welcome. Thanks for having me.
Always.
Where can they find us?
Where can they find us? Let's do this again. Stop. So first of all, we have our link tree, which is almost in every one of our bios. The link tree has YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. And on WhatsApp, you can obviously like text me and Ariel personally if you know our numbers.
Yep,
But
don't ask for it.
don't ask for it. So it's easier for us to check our DMs on Instagram.
Nachon.
You can find us on Tour Reform Frariot. We started getting much stronger on TikTok. So if that's something,
Started. This is all her social media, and we're gonna start talking about new ventures soon.
yes. The Confessions of Tour Reform Frariot is branching out into a new business, and we're very, very
blooming.
excited. We're blooming. Ariel, that was so good. They'll understand that the next episode. That was very nice. So that's it. You can find us on all the platforms, and we'll be very excited. We always want to see
Love
your
it.
comments. Like we keep saying this, and nobody does this, but we really just want to hear your opinions.
What do you
your
mean nobody
views.
does it? I get a lot of
Yeah, but not just on
comments.
DMs. I actually want to see comments on the videos. I
Oh,
want to see some
okay.
talking.
Guys, don't just write us. Write
Yeah,
on the videos.
Please write on the videos comments because we want to hear your opinion and we'd love to discuss it and anything you guys want. Because at the end of the day, this is about being a file. But as you can see, we talk
Oh my
about.
God, what was your flyer moment?
Yes.
Ron? Ah.
I'm just gonna stop
Okay.
talking. Ariel.
No, fuck.
My Fryer moment. Okay, that was like it's like in hindsight one of the most weirdest things I ever did.
Mhm.
So I was in yeshiva, and I had to do my own laundry, and there were like drying racks all the time from the yeshiva, but they were always broken and always in use because there were like 200 students and only 2 drying racks. So I decided to buy my own drying rack and write on it like, it's mine, please don't touch it in case
Rods.
you need it.
Our
Here's my
case.
Contact me.
here's my number. And then I remember I was in an Israeli yeshiva, so I wrote in Hebrew, and then I wrote my WhatsApp number.
Mm.
So Hebrew, you write from right to left.
Yes.
Yeah.
From left to right, my
From
love.
left
Yeah.
to right.
Left to right.
From right to left. Hebrew, you write,
write
right
right to
to
left.
left.
Yeah.
From here to
English, you
here.
do
Yeah.
left to right.
we're okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And what did
Um,
you do, Ron?
So I started writing my number from right to left, which is the wrong way. It's
Yeah,
like
I
the
need
Hebrew.
058.
Yani machora,
Yeah,
like from the
yep,
back
Yeah.
from front.
So, so somebody came to me, like one of my roommates came to me and asked me, "What the fuck did you do with that number? That's not a phone number."
Oh
And I
my
was like,
gosh. Because the
oops.
language. Yep.
Yeah.
Ivrit Safakasha.
Yeah, I didn't know that you write phone numbers the normal way. So
Oh my
pretty
goodness.
normal.
Well, anywho,
Yeah.
we love talking about our flyer moments. And if you guys have any, please leave it in the comments or send it to us so we could talk about it in the future.
comments, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, nice. Anyways, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time. But for the meantime,
I hope
don't
you have a
forget,
good week.
Yes, don't be a fryer.
Not Freierit.
נאה, ממש לא.
Confessions of two Reformed Freirioט. Showing you the chutzpah needed to survive with my Bini and Ariel Goldman.